Hey there, I am so excited to be sharing this tutorial on how to blog inside of WordPress with your Showit account and how to blog using SEO keywords and having it SEO friendly. So I'm going to show you this on the Swan Haus blog, but all of this will apply to your blog as well. So what you're going to do to sign into your WordPress account is you're going to go to your URL here.com/WP-admin. So WP for WordPress, you'll head there and it'll bring you to this screen. And here is where you're going to put the same username and password as your Showit account. So it'll be the exact same. You'll put in those credentials, click login. And then you're going to go to, this is like what it will show up as. It probably won't have things right here because you won't have any posts yet. But here you're going to go into posts. And here, this is where you'll go to add new post to create a new post. My recommendation is that you actually write your blog posts inside of like Microsoft Word or Google Docs or something like that so that you have it drafted there and then you can just come in and copy and paste here. So as we copy and paste, basically what you're going to do is put in the title. So let's say this is like best white paint colors for your home. So then you'll put in, like, I'll grab some text. You'll put in the text. You'll place that in here, and then you can just paste that in. And then if you want to add images or something like that, you definitely can. You're just going to, usually if you break up the paragraphs, then underneath you'll see this plus sign that will say add block. So you'll just click here, and this is where you can add a bunch of different building blocks to the blog. If you click browse all, then you can actually see all of these different blocks that you can add in. So you can have a gallery, an image, a video, a spacer. There's like lots of different things that you can use inside of here to build your blog post. So let's say we're just going to put in an image. I'll put in here. I can either upload it from my computer or add from my media library, which is just the media that's inside of WordPress. So I'll click here and go to upload. Actually, I'll just choose from my media library. So here, then we'll say, okay, I want this image. Select that. That's put in. And let's say I want another one right here. Image. Let's do this one. So we put in all of your images. We've built it out how we have it in the Google Doc. Then I'll show you how to do SEO friendly things here. That will be with your Yoast SEO. But just to actually build the blog post, that's what you'll do. Sometimes I'll also put in like a spacer between paragraphs and images. So for example, if I click right here, I can view what the blog post is going to look like, and it will put it inside my Showit design, and I'll be able to see exactly how it looks. So I can say like, okay, yeah, that's looking good. Or maybe I want like more space between this image and the text. So spacers are often something I'll use as well. So I'll come here, I'll add a spacer, and then I can drag and drop it to make it larger or smaller. So let's say I want it around 50, and I can even come here and copy this. And then let's say I want another one here. I'll like command paste that in. And then let's say I want another one here. I can paste one there and here. So I have it looking the way I want it to. So I'll come here, preview it again. Okay, and if that's looking good, then I'm like, okay, that looks great. I can also add like images side by side. So I could come here and I can come to either gallery, and that will show like I can upload like multiple. So let's say I want this one, and this one. I can create a gallery and it will show me here. And then I could insert the gallery and it will put them side by side. You can also change how they're oriented. So I can come here and align it to the center. That will put it on top and put these on bottom. Same thing here. It might push this image to the left-hand side. So if I want it in the center, I can just come here and align to center. So once I've built out the blog post exactly how I want it, then before I publish, I'm going to come over here to post, and I can either publish it immediately or I can set it to schedule and automatically post later. So I can say, okay, I want this to publish next Wednesday at 5 a.m. And then once I have that, that's when it will automatically publish it. Then you'll also want to set the categories. So you can add new categories here, or you can click like, okay, this is going to be this category and this category. And then you can also set like what the primary category is. So like, okay, this is business and graphic design. It's mostly graphic design. You can add tags if you want. This just helps it be searchable. So on your site. So if you want to add any tags that someone might search to find this blog post, you can add tags. The featured image, it might already populate one once you put in your first image. It'll populate it to be that image. But you can replace that with a different one, or you can upload a new one. This featured image is what's going to show up on your blog. For example, like on mine, then this is what's going to show up as this image. So you'll definitely want to have a featured image. If you don't have a featured image, that's going to show blank. So that won't show anything. So you'll definitely want to have that image there. So, and if you have an excerpt, sometimes on our blog designs, we'll have like a little paragraph underneath the title that's like a little excerpt from the blog. If you have one of those, then you'll just want to write the excerpt here. If you don't write the excerpt, it'll just take the first paragraph from your blog post. So you can write one here if you want that. So once you set the categories, featured image, tags, excerpt, you're ready to post it. You'll set when you want to publish it, and then you can click schedule, or if you want to post it automatically, it'll just say post, and that's how you'll have it go live. You can also save the draft if you want to come back later, but that's basically how you're going to do the post. So that's kind of how to build it. Now I'm going to kind of go into how to make a blog post SEO friendly. And what you're going to do that is use this tool that's installed on your blog called Yoast SEO. This is just a free tool included with your WordPress that really is just kind of a coach for creating for SEO, like for creating SEO friendly content. So you'll see this at the bottom of your blog page below the post. And what you'll do here is, what I like to do is when I'm writing a blog post, I like to kind of define what I would want someone to, like what I want them to search on Google to find this blog post. So let's say that I'm writing a blog post about the best white paint colors. That is my like key phrase. So it's like, okay, if someone searches best white paint colors, I want them to come to my website. So I'm going to write a blog post on this. So my focus key phrase would be the best white paint colors. So I'll put in my focus key phrase, what that is for the post, and then it's going to use that to kind of guide me on creating and making sure that this post is SEO friendly and good to be like easy for Google to understand so that it will recommend it. So then it's going to show you a little preview of what that search result looks like. So you'll see a mobile result and you'll also see a desktop result that you can look at. So you'll see kind of a preview of what that looks like. And then here you'll have your SEO title. My default is to put the title of the blog post and then my business name. So yours might also say that, so you can keep it that way. You'll see underneath that there's this green bar. If it gets too long, then it's going to turn orange. So if the title of your blog post is really long, then it might turn orange. So let's say I had this again. See how it turns red? That's basically saying like, okay, this is too long, make it shorter. So you might have to shorten your title at least here, or maybe even take off your business name, depending on, what is more important there. So you'll put in your SEO title, again, trying to make sure that you have your focus key phrase at the beginning. So you're trying to add that keyword into the SEO title. It should already be in the title, so usually that's just kind of already there. But if not, you'll just want to make sure to add that in. The slug is basically yourwebsite.com/ then this is what the website will be. So you can keep it as it is. It'll automatically put it as the title of your blog post, but you can shorten it or change it or whatever you'd like. If you want it to be like more accessible and just do one word, you can. But the best case scenario for SEO is that it has your keywords in there. So your meta description is the paragraph that's underneath the search title. So this is the SEO title here. This right here is your meta description. So in here, you're just going to write basically a little excerpt or a little like kind of summary of your blog post, trying to use, again, that key phrase. So for here, if my focus key phrase is best white paint colors, then here I might write something like, looking to update your home in a quick way. I'm just going to write, you might be able to do something better than this, but looking to update your home in a quick way, check out this blog post on best white paint colors for your home. So you'll see as I was typing, then if it was too short, it was orange, but then once it got to a good length, it turned green. And then again, if you make it longer, it's going to go red. So it'll tell you kind of about how long it should be. So this one is looking good. So I'll keep it there. And then you'll also have this SEO analysis tab that you can look at. So you'll click this and you can see right now it has like a little face here. It starts out as red and then it turns to orange. And then once everything looks good, it turns to green. So we're looking for a green smiley face. So here it kind of coaches me on what should happen. So it's orange right now. And so it's telling me, okay, here's your problems. Here's some improvements you can make. And then here's the things that you're doing good. So like on good, it says like, okay, you've got images on your blog post. The key phrase is in the SEO title here. That's good. The key phrase length is good. The key phrase is in your meta description. That's good. You haven't used this key phrase before. The key phrase is in the slug, which is this. The text length is looking good, and the SEO title width is looking good as well. So those are all looking good. So here it's saying, okay, problems, there's no outbound links. Well, actually, I should start here. So this gray box, this is really just trying to get you to upgrade to SEO Premium. So that's just always going to be there. So you don't have to worry about that one. And I should say that as you go, you might actually have like one or two red dots and you can still get the green smiley face. So you don't necessarily have to do every, like make sure that everything is green. If most of them are green, then it will be good to go. So like you don't have to make sure like everything is green for it to be SEO friendly. We're just looking for most. So the first one here is outbound links. That is basically any link that is outside of your website. So Google likes it when you're collaborative and using other websites and like keeping people browsing. So outbound links are good for SEO. It also says like there's no internal links as well. Internal link will be anything to your specific website. So that is like going like referencing your blog or referencing another blog post or referencing like check out our services here. What I like to do often is to come and at the very bottom, I'll often say, like, did you like this post? And then I'll say like, check us out on Instagram or like, be sure to learn more on our blog and follow and connect with us on Instagram. And then I'll come here and I'll grab like our blog. That will be an internal link. And then I'll also grab our Instagram, and that will be an external link. So that's kind of a like easy way to do that. But if there's ways for you to reference like other blog posts or your services page or your portfolio or anything like that in your blog post, that's really great too. Or even like other sources, like this is where I got this source, or check out the inspiration here. That's really great for those internal and external links. So then we also have key phrase in the introduction. So it says your key phrase or its synonyms do not appear in the first paragraph. Make sure that the topic is clear immediately. So from there, usually what I'll do is just like make sure when I'm writing the blog post to include my key phrase. Usually my rule is kind of like about 3 times. So I'll try to make sure that it's there in the first paragraph. So I'll just, for sake of time, just kind of post this here. So let's say I said, let's explore the best white paint colors. And I put it in my front paragraph. And then maybe I also put it here and had a sentence about it there. And then probably in my closing paragraph, I put it there. So that adds it so now, as you can see, it added key phrase in the introduction is here. Well done. Before I also had key phrase density under the problems, and it said, and it'll actually tell you, like if I go back and take these out, then it'll actually show and tell you how many times you should have that key phrase. So right here, you can see the key phrase was found 0 times. That's less than the recommended minimum of 2 times for a Texas link. So it'll tell you about how many times you should have your key phrase. So let me put those back in really quick. Let's see. Maybe, I don't know if it's actually doing it. So adding those back in, then, we'll put it there and we'll put it here. Okay. So now those are under, let's see, did it add this one? Oh, here we go. Okay. So now those are under my good results. And then the improvements. So you can see like, even before I had those, then it went green. So I would have been good as soon as it goes green to post. But so another one, the image key phrase is talking about the alt text of the images. That just means, when you click on the image, you'll see right here, it has alternative text. Alternative text was originally created for, sight readers. So it's for people who are legally blind. Then, they'll have like a reader that will read what is happening on the web page. So it'll read the text. And then if it comes to an image, it will read this alt text to tell the person what the image is about so that they can kind of like visualize what is there. So the alternative text, Google will it's good to have your key phrase in the alt text, but it's also good because Google's gotten really smart. And so if you only have key phrases or your key phrases in there and it's not very descriptive, then Google also knows like that you're kind of cheating. So just do like a happy medium of using the key phrase, but then also describing what the image is actually about. So for example, on this one, then let's say that like if this was a post about the best white paint colors, this might be like a white kitchen. And I'm saying like, oh, we used Benjamin Moore, like Swiss coffee for this one. So here I might say like, sharing best white paint colors, with a white kitchen interior shot or something like that. So I'm putting in those keywords, but I'm also describing like, this is what this image is about. So I put that in there, and there's a bunch of images. So it says out of the 6 images on this page, only 1 has all attributes. So it'll say like keep adding them. So I'll go through and I can do that to each of the images. I can add the alt text there. So then, so that's all of the different attributes that you can go through. Again, you won't have to do all of them. Usually if most of them are green, then you're good to go. But yeah, so that is how to write a blog post SEO friendly. Again, the best like way is really to kind of have this in mind before you write a blog post so that you can write it like, again, with the title, with the keyword in mind, and you can include that keyword in the text throughout and things like that. So, but again, this is like priorities. So obviously, like if you've got time to make sure all of this is ready to go, perfect. If this is something that you can do more and focus on more down the line, or when you hire someone to take care of this, then that's great too. So don't get overwhelmed. Like any blog post on your site will be helpful for your viewers. This is just how to kind of maximize those search results. So if you have any questions though, let me know. Hopefully this was helpful, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.